Yo, what's up, guys? Welcome back to 2GG Prime Saga Top 16 G-Pick. Top 6. I can't stress this enough. This is only top 16. Top 16 looks like a stacked top 8 major, and they're all fighting for their lives to even get to top 8.
Dude, I can't even breathe. I don't know how these guys are alive. We got Glutonny going up against Stroder. Stroder starting out immediately with the Mario. Glutonny, as a reminder, lost to Cookie Slayer in the finale of the round 1 pools. He's had to take the long road all the way here into top 16, and he's looking hungry for that top 8 finish.
Oh, he's definitely hungry. Getting the bite there as well, racking up that more damage. I love it. And trying to go for the early gimp as well. Any small hitbox that interrupts the super jump punch will actually leave Mario helpless, and he's going to go too deep to even get it back.
And you saw the moment that Glutonny got popped up by Stroder, right? He double jumped out of that. He recognized if I get hit by a double jump off the top platform, I'm actually donezo against Mario. And that's actually going to be the push-pull, I think, for this matchup on the stage. It's going to be Wario's Waft versus Mario and his upbeat shenanigans off the ladder.
Exactly, especially here on Battlefield. Those shenanigans are going to be very prevalent. I actually just watched this with Teb against Farg a little bit ago. Every time he was able to get a grab, he did that up throw, leading to a couple of uppers, leading to that super jump punch right off the top. But off the side, Glutonny able to get that first stock.
And this is already where the snowball begins, right? Being even against Wario, people say you're actually falling behind. The more that the clock ticks down, that means his Waft gets closer and closer.
You better hold that statement. Oh, so close. Glutonny with a fantastic DI to hold on.
That was absolutely necessary. And you can tell, like, Stroder is a little bit annoyed that happened, but he's not letting it stop him at all. Focus now, what's for breakfast off the ledge? He's going to back off. It looked like he was hoping for the roll get up.
Yeah, but a beautiful challenge there out of Glutonny. Not afraid of any of the setups that Stroder is going for. And he is just kind of taking this a mile now, G-Pick.
And one of the things that's actually going to be a little bit challenging for Stroder is ordinarily he likes poking away with his back air, right? Not only are Glutonny's parries on point, but he's got that up tilt as well as a fantastic way to challenge it.
He thought he was close enough to get that waft punish off of that ill-advised forward smash, but fortunately not going to catch it. But nonetheless, he's going to try to keep up more pressure, hopefully take away yet another stock, but Stroder needs to seal this one out before he falls too behind.
Oh, Glutonny looking for that down, so that does confirm it's a dash attack. One of the better ways for Wario to confirm once the waft is offline, but you know what? F-tilt off the ledge will do the same thing.
Yeah, but he ends up eating the bike, actually building up his waft meter that much more, getting both hits of that neutral alert. 30% now, G-Pick. Stroder here stuck at the ledge, seeing those early whites one more time.
Just Glutonny just laying on the pressure, even though he's at death percent, right? No fear coming out from him in terms of his momentum. And that's the reason why he ate the bite, is so that he'd have it online because they're at such high percents. When Glutonny took his next hit, he needed it to recover.
And even then, with all this rage that he has, one confirmed leading from that neutral or even that up tilt can lead into that half waft, which will still kill very early.
Great coverage by Glutonny, just watching for that double jump and just jumping up, getting more and more damage on Stroder. Down air finally does it, but look how long it took, Miho. That stock lasted for 3 minutes.
Yeah, Stroder here at 81%, and I love the patience displayed by Glutonny, just waiting out there on the Angel platform, understanding, you know what, this time is in my favor. The longer I wait, the faster the waft is going to come to me.
It just gives him a little bit of time to think things over, try to put a stop on whatever momentum Stroder is feeling. And here we go, though. Stroder finding himself on the top platform, but Glutonny's so smart, always avoiding that situation as hard as possible. He spends every single resource he's got.
Yeah, tossing off the F-tilt, going to catch that recovery out of Stroder. That big hand just covering those ledges of Battlefield, and Battlefield already has the reputation of, you know, the ledges aren't the greatest, so when you put an active hitbox just there, you're able to challenge a lot of recoveries, aside from just the super jump punch from Mario.
Yeah, and of course the super jump punch, since it is Mario rising his fist, right, it makes him a little bit more vulnerable to things kind of scraping the ground. Makes him easier to pick off.
All right, so it looks like we're going over to Yoshi's Island Brawl now. Stroder with his counter pick. You know, I do like the fact that he went with the Mario in the very first game just to test the waters, but no, he's going to stick with the Mario. We're not going to be seeing the Grid Ninja, and the only thing I can really think of why he's not going to go to Grid Ninja right now is perhaps Glutonny has a lot of experience with ice studying back in Europe, or, you know, maybe he's just not comfortable in the matchup.
I mean, they are both French players, so that would make sense. I can see that, and also just I can see Stroder's mobility, right? It's a lot about coming in with like nairs and stuff in terms of starting up his combos as Greninja, and then you have that up tilt, just able to control that space. But if this game doesn't pan out any better for his Mario, I could see him looking to the Greninja for that game 3.
Yeah, I mean, that is the beauty of having a best of 5, but it doesn't even matter right now. Forget the best of 5. I'm worried about game 2. Get this dunk. Give me that stock, Glutonny.
Stroder looking a lot more patient in neutral as well. But Glutonny is doing such a good job keeping that corner pressure
going.
going.
He clipped this jump. Beautiful stuff right there from Glutonny, as we already saw what he was trying to go for in that game 1. Putting on an active hitbox right in front of Mario. Either take that double jump or take the super jump punch. He's not going to be able to make it back.
Oh, that up air using to joust against Glutonny's approach. Actually, some clever stuff by Stroder. Glutonny's showing no respect to these combos now. He's just mashing out with Nair, and it's working. I think Stroder is just trying to test the limits of it, right? Because if he could land and get another initial jump up air, then he could really go for a ceiling grind.
No, definitely. I mean, that's one thing that Mario players really do love to thrive on, is when you kind of instill that fear into your opponent. When they start doing those preemptive air dodges that really aren't going to go anywhere or even benefit themselves, that's where they're able to take advantage. They're going to take them off the top with that super jump punch, or even just some big combos before that. Getting away from that fist, does not want to get dunked one more time. Glutonny does have the lead at the moment, coming up with that forward air, challenging the air at that.
Glutonny's corner pressure is so good, right? The moment he gets Stroder right there at the ledge, he just starts trotting back and forth, implying so many different things he can do at any moment.
Who was expecting Stroder to come up with an up air or something or another, trying to catch him with that waft, but Stroder, you know, very disciplined, not giving it to him. It's
surprising to see Glutonny so loose with his wafts compared to how we normally see him play. He ordinarily keeps it locked for guaranteed kills. But right now, he's kind of experimenting with it, and considering how long his stocks have lasted on average, he kind of is justified doing it.
I love that awareness from Stroder. He recognized that Glutonny was coming up with the bike. Since it was slanted up and he was landing on the stage, there was actually an active hitbox in the front that possibly could have killed him.
Okay, so Stroder just got out of the way instead.
Up air still not enough. Wario is a big boy, able to hold on to that stock right now, but even then, one good hit from either of these players will take it away, and that back air barely getting in there past the up smash.
Yeah, that up smash was hitbox extended because of the bike. I think that was Glutonny's plan, but Stroder just being a little bit tighter about his spacing. Okay, yeah, dying off the top. I was going to say, if you survive that dash attack at that high percent on Yoshi's brawl, I'd be very surprised.
Yeah, Glutonny was going for those down tilt setups quite a number of times. Unfortunately, it took him so long to finally get the kill at the very end. That down tilt, it's hard to go ahead and space out correctly because they have like a couple of different hitboxes. There's the very tip, and then there's the inside hitbox, which puts them right in front of you to go ahead and get those follow-ups, like the dash attack, like the forwarder he's done a couple of times as well.
That being said, I mean, this is also a very tilted stage, and that's going to mess with those spacing confirms so much more.
Here we have Stroder, you know, in complete control at the moment. And wow, Glutonny again with one of these crazy walks.
That's going to do it. No way.
Nope. Nope. Again, Glutonny just showing off that DI. Stroder expecting Glutonny just drop down preemptively, doing that up smash. Not quite finding the mark. Glutonny sitting at 125. Throws that bike into Stroder and falling out the downer. Oh my goodness.
This is some scary stuff. Glutonny just extending off the edge, looking to end Stroder as soon as he gets him off stage. And Stroder is so patient now. He's inching his way back from the corner. Respecting a lot of Glutonny's ability to punish in these situations, finding himself a poke with that down back air.
Oh, Glutonny, I think, ended up holding down right there. So with the up B, the last hitbox is so massive, kind of just got Stroder off him, jumps up, gets that back air, and Glutonny now going up 2-0.
That one was so much closer, though, for Stroder than the previous game. It's a night and day difference between the two of them. So I think I can see Stroder now just sticking with the Mario, considering how close that all came together. But at the same time, what my head is thinking now is that all started because Stroder found himself a dunk at like 40%, right? So he needs to be able to still find these edge guard kills if he wants to at least keep at the same pacing. Because otherwise, it's going to be very, very hard.
Yeah, I mean, but that could also go on the side of Glutonny. Glutonny's doing a fantastic job making himself scarce when he is off stage. A lot of times he's either going way high or he's going too low for Stroder to get that correct read to go ahead and edge guard him.
Yeah.
And even then, even if he does have his double jump taken away, a couple of times we've seen it. He's gone on the bike and used the bike jump instead to make it back.
Yeah. I think that's sort of the reason why keeping the bike kind of existing on stage is a sort of minor priority in this matchup. If you can keep Glutonny away from destroying it, that means he's so much more edge guardable.
I think really at the same time for Stroder, I would love to see him just kind of let it rip with a lot of the moves and the normals that he's tossing out, or even just the combos. Because a lot of times, I talked about this a little earlier, is that he's looking for the fear in Glutonny, but Glutonny's not showing any of these air dodges at all.
If anything, yeah, Glutonny is just challenging directly in a lot of these situations, coming out with those nairs and forward airs. Right there, catching that jump. Yep.
Yeah, he himself expecting some type of regular get-up, maybe a get-up attack, but nonetheless, the air-to-air going in his favor one more time. Stroder stuck here at the ledge, going to get scooped up by the bite one more time as well, landing on the platform.
I mean, it makes a lot of sense that Glutonny is comfortable up meeting Stroder in the air because Wario has such superior air drift compared to Mario. He's just going to be able to weave in and out of that space and play that pixel game even better. Oh, that's one way to save yourself. That bite could have killed Mario, just straight up.
Yeah, beautiful reactions coming out from Stroder, and that's also just a mix-up from Glutonny. That's because a lot of times he was already tossing it up or tossing it down instead.
And watching the roll, he's trying to get to the neutral get-up instead, and Stroder just boldly rolling. And that was a really hard call, because if you're trying to react to Glutonny's positioning, it looks like he wants to just kill you for rolling.
Glutonny, again, going for a lot of these bites at the moment, but finally able to land that down tilt into the dash attack. Oh, double nair, 25% leading from that back air as well. And the up tilt, just anti-airing Mario there. Such a beautiful tool that Wario has in his kit.
Oh yeah, those hands are fully invincible. They're out for a solid 10 frames or so. And they, more importantly, lead into such big combos or just straight death.
Oh no. Okay, Glutonny wasn't sure where to go ahead and catch him, but he catches him anyway, leading from that nair into the waft.
It's like this Stadium 2 ends up favoring Glutonny so much. I think a big part of it is just it's such a wide stage, and Glutonny has such an easier time traversing the space compared to Stroder. He's the one that gets to fade back and come back in with a back air or a forward air and punish Stroder. Stroder, meanwhile, doesn't get to use the space the same way.
No, I mean, really, Stroder was just hoping that he can go ahead and take Glutonny off the top with that super jump punch. The ladder confirms, as we talked about a little earlier, but, Glutonny already showing he knows exactly how to DI, and Wario, being such a big body, does not die nearly as early as the rest of the cast. Again, these up tilts coming out from Glutonny, trying to catch an air dodge or even just a neutral air attempt out from Stroder. Stroder running back and forth, trying to find his opening. Can't quite get in there. He's going with a lot of these neutral airs, trying to fade back, but Glutonny's like, okay, you're going to do that. I'm going to go with my own there because I can catch you afterwards.
Yeah, at the beginning of the stock, Stroder is like, it clicked in his head that this is his last stock in this tournament, potentially, right? And we saw him slow it down with the flood with a fireball or so. Now it looks like the nerves are catching up to him. He realizes, I need to make something happen, but it's not going to come together. Glutonny seals it up with an F-tilt at the ledge and just closes it out with a 3-0.
Fantastic stuff from Glutonny. Again, just displaying why he is a top talent. A 3-0 over Stroder.
And that's after a whole string of wins he had to get in order to come out here. I believe he had to win like 7 or 8 sets in a row in order to make it all the way this far because of how early he lost the Cookie Slayer. Which kind of just, I guess it shows how well Cookie Slayer must have been playing to be able to stop this monster so early.
Oh yeah, no, with Zen, you can never sleep on him at that. Like, Young Link is just one of those characters where, maybe he's just not attuned to the matchup. I can see that being very difficult for Wario because Wario likes to just drift in that airspace to go around his opponents, dance around the shield. But with Young Link, he has Nair, he has fire arrows, and he has boomerangs.
Yeah.
Or even just bombs in general. So a lot of those projectiles are going to get in the way of that.
And control, the air drift space. Something that Stroder kind of struggled with in this game.
Yeah, and that's where I thought possibly Great Ninja could do quite well, because with the shurikens, they go straight forward and they can kind of control that space that Glutonny wants to be in. With Mario, really you want to go for the anti-airs with that up smash, the up tilts, maybe your air-to-airs with neutral airs, but a lot of times when he tried to rise up there with Glutonny hit him out with his own neutral airs or any of his air normals.
Yeah, exactly. Glutonny had the upper hand when it came to that spacing game in the